Hi guys, it's Natalia here. I'm here today to share with you a new palette from SauceBox Cosmetics. For those of you who don't know SauceBox, it's a new company. Well, they've sort of been around for about a year. They're based in America. Lipstick Republic is the only stockist for SauceBox Cosmetics in Australia, so I think it actually might be the only one outside the US, but I'll need to check that. But either way, if you wanted to get SauceBox from Australia, do go through Lipstick Republic, and this is the new palette they've come out with. They've got 3 other palettes. One of them, which is just slipped my mind at the moment. There's a Forbidden Fruit palette, which is a bit more like reds and pinks, which you can also use as a blusher palette, which is actually some really gorgeous colours in there. And my favourite one is the Creme de la Creme palette. And I'll put a link below to my last SauceBox haul, and that'll show you like all the palettes and stuff. So this is the new one they've come out with. They came out with this one leading up to IMATS, and so they launched this palette at IMATS, which is on the 19th of January this year. SauceBox were there, they relaunched this palette, and when I saw photos of it I was really excited to see it. The other palettes that I've got from them are absolutely fantastic. The price is amazing, the quality of the eyeshadows is really unbelievable, the pigmentation is so strong, and they're just gorgeous, gorgeous colours. So when I heard that they were putting out this new one and I saw some pictures of it, I just sort of, I had to get it. When you do order it, you actually get a free mascara from SauceBox. The mascara, I'd just like to say, this was in my favourites for January for the month. I've got so many mascaras in there. I just, randomly picked up this one. It was unbelievable. It made my lashes thick, it curled my lashes, and it looked amazing. It even got into the really thin lashes into the corner of my eye, which is why I really love this mascara. So this mascara is definitely one of my favourite mascaras at the moment, so it's well worth getting it. And I got a free one with the palette, so even better. I like free things. So the box comes like this. It is a 12 eyeshadow box. It's in this sleeve, and on the back it's got the ingredients. It is talc and paraben free, so if that's something that you are looking for in eyeshadows, this is one that you can use. The sleeve comes off and it is the same pattern underneath. This is the same pattern on all the SauceBox palettes, and on the back it just says Midnight Blossoms palette, and their website sauceboxcosmetics.com, made in USA. So when you open up the palette, the lady on the side there, again, really cute packaging, sorry about that, and it's got this really full-size mirror, which is fantastic. Now onto the colours. As you can see, I have swatched them already because I filmed this like 10 minutes ago, and right when I started filming, clouds came over, started pissing down with rain, so it just completely ruined my lighting. It is now fined up, and so I'm refilming again. So these are the shadows that you get with it. As you can see, there's a mixture between some light sort of neutral sort of shades. There's a nice gold there, and some of your deeper darker shades, which are ones that I really like. These two remind me of ones from the Urban Decay Smoked palette. This one down here looks really gorgeous, and this green one is amazing. So I'm just going to go and swatch them for you. I just want to say one thing I do like about the SauceBox palettes is that you can easily depot them. They've got this little divot at the side of each eyeshadow, so all you need to do to depot them is get in there with a nail or something sharp, tweezers or something, and just pop it out. So simple. I was actually depotting my Sugar Pill eyeshadows the other day, and the packaging is pretty much exactly the same, but to depot there's actually a hole. It's all covered over, but you can sort of maybe scratch around and feel a little hole. You need to get a pin and push it in. I did that. I pushed a bit too hard because it was sort of stuck. I gave it a little bit extra push, the shadow just went and smashed all over the ground, and I lost that eyeshadow. So I won't be depotting any more of my Sugar Pill eyeshadows, but these ones make it really simple. I personally like depotting my eyeshadows. That way I can sort of, if I'm going away or going to a job, I can sort of take whichever shadows I want out and put it in like one Z palette. I'm addicted to Z palettes as well. I'll put a link to my review on Z palettes as well. If you want to go and check that out, you certainly do. Z palettes are amazing. See, look, I'm already dropping it. So anyway, back to the palette. These are the colours here. You've got sort of like a deep midnight blue. You've got a sort of a olivey khaki green. This one is more of a light forest green, and then you've got this sort of maroni colour. And I'm just going to swatch these. So they are the swatches there. That blue one actually looks like a bit of a matte shade, so that is actually quite good. The rest of them are shimmery, but the pigmentation is lovely, as I was expecting. The eyeshadows, again, are actually really smooth to work with. They're really creamy, really nice texture, and they blend amazingly. And yeah, that blue is a matte shades. The rest of them are shimmery, and that's fine. If you did want to have matte shades, you may need just a couple of your favourite matte eyeshadows, like your neutrals, your browns and stuff, just to, I guess, complement the shimmery shades if you do like using your matte shades. But if you are happy with shimmers, you could really just get away with just this palette. Now the next row here, we've sort of got like a little champagne colour, a light lavender, a darker purple and a yellow gold. So that is those colours swatched. That dark purple is amazing. It sort of maybe looks a little bit bluish here, but it is purple. That gold is gorgeous. That lilac is really nice. I don't know if I would use that one myself because I think it's a little bit too light for my skin tone, but that shimmery one there, the champagne one at the end, would be fantastic for just highlighting the inner corner of your eye. So that was that row there. The next row here we have got sort of like a taupey grey colour, another sort of champagne colour. Actually no, this one's a bit more brown than that one. That one's a bit more champagne. This one's sort of a little bit more beige. This colour here, it looks sort of like a browny grey, which is a really unusual colour, but it looks a bit sort of gold there, but I don't know, that is really nice. And you've got a incredibly sparkly glittery black there. And that is those colours. The glitter in that black one is just unbelievable. That reminds me a lot like Eiffel from the Sigma Paris palette, and if you did see my review on that, and I'll put a link to that below, the black one was the one eyeshadow that just disappointed me. There was so much fallout, even to a point where once you sort of blended it out, there was no glitter left. I will do a full review on that, and I'll play around with a bit more. But I'm suspecting that it may fall down, so keep that in mind. If you are using the black, maybe do your foundation last and do your eyes first. You should always do that when you're using black eyeshadows or dark eyeshadows to prevent fallout, but because this one is extra glittery, it might be an idea to make sure you always do your eyes first and then do your foundation after. But I will be playing around with that to see what the fallout would be like. Then this middle, the brown one is just, it's really gorgeous. It actually reminds me a bit like a colour in the Creme de la Creme palette, and I will be swatching that one as well again on my blog to show you. And the other one, this is sort of like a bit of a taupey grey one here at the end. I love it. Like I said, the pigmentation on these are amazing. They really are. And so that is the entire palette. This whole palette, I think it retails for $65, which for 12 eyeshadows is $65. I already did the maths, so I'm not doing this on the top of my head. I think it's about $5.40 per eyeshadow. Now, the size of these eyeshadows are incredibly large. It doesn't say the size of them, but I'm pretty sure they are about 2.4, maybe 2.5 grams of product in each eyeshadow. I'm going to show you this compared to a MAC or well, this is actually going to be a Makeup Geek eyeshadow, but they're the exact same size as the MAC eyeshadows. So that is the size difference. As you can see, this one here, the Makeup Geek eyeshadow is the same as the MAC eyeshadow. These ones retail for I think about $26 to $36 in Australia, and this one you can get once you sort of buy the palette for $65, it'll take it down to $5.40, and that's the size you get. That is a massive eyeshadow. The eyeshadows this size really should last you so long. So that is it. That is the Midnight Blossom palette from SauceBox. I love it. I think the colours that go really well together. I think they complement each other. I think you can do so many different kind of looks. You can do like neutral everyday looks, and you can also go and do a bit more of the dramatic looks with the darker colours up the top and add that glittery black. Really impressed with SauceBox, seriously. They are a brand to look out for. They are amazing. And I'll put a link below to my other palettes, like I said. Go and check out the review and the swatches that I did of them. And I will be doing a full review on this on my blog, so go and subscribe to glossyconfidential.com.au and you can be notified when I update my blog. Blog is now on Blog Loving, so if you use that app, do a search for it and it'll come up and you can follow me through there. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it in the comment bar below and I'll certainly get back to you. And I'll also leave the 10% discount code for Lipstick Republic if you were thinking of purchasing anything else from SauceBox or this palette or anything else they've got, like, you know, brands like OCC. Their shipment of sleek makeup have just come in, so I'm going to go and suss that out now, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!